I make my work in collaboration with young people. So my work is taken from their personal stories, which get sent to me, and then I use those stories as a starting point of the work. So I'll make paintings loosely based on what they tell me. Also, my work is kind of, the series I'm doing at the moment is based on, kind of loosely based on religious painting, compositions or similar ideas. And one of the ways I've done that is to kind of elevate the stories to a different level, because for young people I think the experiences that happens in their lives are very important to them, and to kind of reference kind of stories of the Bible and almost have them in this kind of similar level, I think kind of almost gets across the ideas of the young people, how they kind of feel about themselves. So that was one of the main issues. The process of my work is basically I'll receive written text pieces off people from like places via MySpace and stuff like that. So people will send me kind of personal stories about themselves, and then I'll make paintings based on that. So that's basically the starting point of the work, and then I'll kind of figure out how I'm going to transform these stories from like the written media to like the visual. I think what my work tries to get across is, even though my work is not about me and it's about specific individuals and their stories, I think what my work tries to get across is that these issues affect a lot of different people. So it's not just one person. So obviously I'm making paintings that are specifically about one particular story, but a lot of the issues that my work deals with are relevant to kind of a lot of different people. So with my work, I want my work to be kind of out there for a lot of audience to kind of share these issues and open them up in a way to debate, so a lot of these issues can get raised. Like I did a lot of work based on issues of self-harm and stuff like that, and at the time it was when a lot of people didn't really know that these issues were going on. I mean, when I first came across it myself, I was quite shocked by that people actually did it, because I've never really heard of it before, and I did a few series of paintings kind of based on individuals who were self-harming. So, and I think what I wanted to do with this work was raise issues that this was actually going on. And in terms of the ideas of kind of making shocking work, I think a lot of it has already been done, and there's not very much more you can do now to kind of surprise people. I mean, I suppose the other thing you could do is like do a Damien Hirst with a dead body, but I mean that's been done anyway in China. I mean, once you kind of had a fetus aborted 9 months after 8 months and fed it to a dog, there's not really much more you can do after that. So I think the shock thing's kind of, it's pretty extreme unless you're going to start killing people for art, but even to some extent that's been done anyway. So
which kind of leads on into painting sculpture.
It is at the moment. I think what painting tends to do is it's almost like an escapist medium. So it'll take people away from what's going on in society, because you need to spend a lot of time with painting and let everything kind of sink in. And it's very difficult to make paintings now that are very superficial and you just glance at, because I think that's been done before and it's not really relevant anymore. So people might need to consider how painting is seen and what's the best way to see it. Like, is a gallery the most ideal place for people to kind of stand around for a long time staring at a piece of work? So, I mean, most galleries these days have got so many works of art in them that it's very difficult to see paintings, because you're almost speeding around the gallery trying to see as much as you can. So is it better to maybe have a smaller gallery space with just 1 or 2 works in that you can really kind of spend time on? So I think the way painting is shown probably needs to be reconsidered. In terms of video work and stuff like that, I mean, video work is particularly good because it reflects the way society makes. People are used to looking at videos, people are used to looking at films. I think the problem with a lot of video work at the moment is the way that you see video work. When you go around an art gallery looking at video work, the videos tend to be on a loop and they're in a darkened room, and you can wander in halfway through the video and you've missed the half of it, so you don't always get an idea of what's going on with the film. I mean, some works are obviously made to respond to that, but there's a lot of work that doesn't. I mean, if you look at work like Matthew Barney, his pieces can be 2 hours long, and what he tends to do now is show them at a cinema. And I mean, if it was up to me, I think I'd be happy to kind of have video work as just like an unlimited edition, and you could buy it and you could take it home and watch it, so you're watching it like a DVD film. So I think a lot of mediums kind of need to really respond to the way in which people look at them, and I think a lot of the way galleries work doesn't always suit the best way to get the most out of each work. So I think maybe the future of art will be to kind of respond better to the way in which people view work. So